First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught, Andre Yoshivas. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now they go play action now, Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Penix working out of the gun here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll go play action here with Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. A play fake. Now Penix. That's caught by Warner, the tight end. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's Penix. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jarnell Mooney, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it,
Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go here in Cincinnati. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Burrow and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack. That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. Ho-ho! And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A run up the middle with Barkley. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. 3rd and long. Hurts working in the pistol. That'll be intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. Marked down at the 6. Second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He keeps it himself. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They go play action for Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Here we go.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Now, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he will get into the end zone. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here.
Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity. Britton Covey now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Man in motion is Smith. On first down, it's Hurts. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Hurts now. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Man in motion is Smith. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Again, Hurts. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. It's 2nd down. To the air again. Hurts. He's going to try it here again. And he's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Eagles will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
On 2. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. God.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. That pickup, good for 29 yards. On play action, here's Hurts. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be 4th down. Hurts will try it again. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. Hurts again. That'll be taken in by Barkley.
You can't teach speed. And a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go. and he ends up just running right by you.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down. They'll run the toss to Barkley. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Here's a run. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he'll take it in. Made the right read on the zone read. And tacking on 2 points. The return starts from the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. God.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think anytime you find...
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go from East Rutherford. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. He was looking Malachi Corley's way there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. He was looking Malachi Corley's way there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Rodgers here from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They send Godwin in motion. On first down is Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Baker Gonna give it to Irving. And he'll get about 5. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They send Godwin in motion. On 2nd down, Baker hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Here comes Otten in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Baker. That is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. He works free, right side. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's in for the 2. So just like that, a quick 8-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Now Mayfield. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. On the handoff, it's Irving. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That is caught. He got Godwin. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. They go play action with Mayfield. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it'll bring up second down. They'll run with Irving. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Right back to Irving. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go. Mayfield.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
You'll find Brown out of the backfield. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
On one, right?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He'll find Andre Yosibas. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Off he goes. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll bring up second down.
Let's get set. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Burrow now. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. Accelerating toward midfield. inside the 20. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver. And once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Gun. Cut.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you, both teams. A formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The defense comes up with the big play. And the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
Eleven MT. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Now, right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. That's the safety, Jordan Whitehead. And he's going to score again. How about that for a daily double? The second defensive touchdown he's scored in this game. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Here we go.
On first down, Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's 19 yards for the second straight play. They are rolling. Another first down. Throwing is Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
12, 12, 12. Let's get set. Back.
To throw is Burrow. He'll get that to all his tight end. And the Bengals are going to be looking at a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Gun, gun. Dot. Dot.
Now, Burrow. Good blocking, and he's in. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals have cut the deficit to 5. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Back to the sideline and intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
11, here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. It'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On 1st down, here's Irving. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They send Godwin in motion. A second down throw for Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Okay.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Here we go.
Now Brown. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. Dot.
They'll run here with Brown. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Here is second and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Dot.
Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
Gun. Dot.
Brown. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
I'm fine, ready?
They'll come up now for second down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Here we go. Dot.
They'll drop to throw. This one caught by Chase. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
It is 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
To throw is Burrow. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here we go. 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow to throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just an absolute clinic of putting together a drive, Mike, when you need it the most. And their ability to move the ball down the field, it worked the clock perfectly. They come away with that late touchdown, and more than likely, barring something crazy.
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, K.J. Britt. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Irving now on the return. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. Here's 1st down. Now the Bucs will take their 1st timeout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense leads here in the final minute. And they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out the 1-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.